Hi friends, welcome to the first Valentine's Day look of the season. Today I am going to be chatting with you while I create an eye look with this adorable Too Faced Valentine's Day palette. This is the Marial Amor Caliente palette, and I love this palette. I love to bring this palette out for Valentine's Day. I love to pull this palette out every Valentine's season. I just really enjoy this palette. It is my most favorite Too Faced palette ever. It's got the very best formula, and I just have so much fun with this color story. Honestly, I should play with it more often, and I love that it's not scented, quite frankly. I don't know if it used to be scented, I can't remember, but anyways, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about an awkward moment that I had. That is kind of Valentine's Day related, I guess. So let me get my eyes primed and we'll get into the story. All right. I'm going to try using my BK Beauty crease brush. I have a couple of these that are the 202. I don't know. I can't see. Here's the number. Anyways, I have a couple of these that came in a couple of the different eye sets. And they used to be kind of okay for me, but as time wore on, I just feel like they're not as soft as I prefer for my eye brushes to be. Anyway, this is the handful of brushes that I grabbed and that I have in front of me, so this is what I'm going to be using today. But I'm going to start off with just like a nice soft little crease moment. I'm just going with kind of like a soft rosy shade right here, really lightly to start off the crease and kind of set my base a little bit with some color. Anyway, so yeah, I was at a department store yesterday. I'm not going to say which one because, anyways, so I was at a department store yesterday and I had gone in actually to make a card payment because I like to do my stuff in person. I don't like to do it online if at all possible. And so I went into the store to go make a payment and of course to look around and see, what was new in stock for Valentine's season. And anyway, I was walking around and happened to be passing by a corner of a walkway, and I was not feeling my best yesterday, so I certainly wasn't looking my best. I was dressed really casually. I mean, thankfully I had at least brushed my hair. I had no makeup on at all. And I was looking a little rough, I would say, Anyhow, so I happened to be walking past a corner walkway in this store, and as I'm going this way, here comes someone going this way, a couple, mind you, and I looked up, as you do, to see who's walking in front of you, and right in front of me is, hold on, let me get my eye brushes. Right in front of me is my ex-boyfriend. That's right. I ran into my ex-boyfriend yesterday, and wow, did I start doing some flashing back. I was taken back to a much wilder time in my life. You see me here on my channel real like calm, cool, and collected for the most part, and pretty chill. Especially because I'm sitting here alone in a room, I do have my dogs with me sometimes, but that also plays into me being a little bit more chill because I don't want to like freak them out with all my wildness or whatever. Anyway, so I ran into my ex-boyfriend yesterday and it was so strange because like I feel such a world away from, ooh, my eyes are starting to itch. I wonder if this palette is too old for me to be playing with because it is pretty old. this might be the last year that I get to create a look with it, which makes me so sad. But anyway, it was so crazy to literally just like see him. I mean, of course he saw me too. Hold on, I feel like I have a little hair there on my eye. I know he saw me. We made, you know, we locked eyes. And I just like stopped in my tracks and was like all this happened super fast. You know, I'm talking about it kind of slowly because I'm still in shock a little bit, I think. Our breakup was a little rough, okay, to say the least. And to say that it had lasting effects on both of us for a variety of different reasons is a huge understatement. Now, keep in mind, I was really young and pretty wild at this point in my life. I mean, I'm still pretty wild, but my lifestyle is more settled. But at this time, my lifestyle was pretty crazy, pretty cray. Okay. And so seeing him was kind of crazy, to say the least. And yeah, I just want to know, what would you have done if you ran into your ex-boyfriend when you're not looking your best, or what you feel like is your best, you know? I mean, like, keep in mind, I was around this guy for an extended period of time. It was a couple of, like, almost, I don't know, was it a couple of years or almost a couple of years? I don't know. I have a bad sense of time, so I can't remember the exact length of time to, you know, plus I don't want to state the exact length of time because I'm trying to not put out any identifiable information because, yeah. I do know that some people from my past watch my videos, and I even have this one chick who's completely still obsessed with me, and she has been for 25 years now. She literally like watches every move I make. She hunts me down. She tries to be like me. She tries to like engage in the same circles that I get into. It's hilarious. It makes me laugh so hard. But like, whatever, girl. Go on keeping wanting to be me. It's fine. Anyway, so yeah, it was just so crazy to see him. And like, I was just thinking to myself when we made, you know, that first moment that we locked eyes, I was like, oh no, does he recognize me? But I knew he did. Like right after that moment that I had that thought, I knew he recognized me. Not only that, but like, how are you going to not recognize me? I literally look the exact same. Like, I hardly look any older. I mean, yeah, I have some gray hair, but other than gray hair and like more speckles on my face, more freckles and stuff, because I used to really stay out of the sun back then, I look the same. And there was a lot of periods in life where, like when I was with him, that I didn't wear makeup around him, you know, even though I did wear my makeup back then. But, and so, yeah, I was just, I was like, there's no hiding. So I didn't like run and duck. That's what you're wondering. Although I briefly considered it. What would you have done? Would you have run and ducked? Yeah, this palette, these shadows are irritating my eyes. That makes me so sad. I mean, I kind of suspect they might because they're old shades. I mean, this palette is probably like 4 years old. I think I got it like in 2020 or maybe 2021. I got it when it was being clearanced off the website. I got this palette for like $21, I believe, $21, maybe 17 by the time I got all the discounts. And when I ordered this palette, I got a ton of swag. Like, I got so much swag. They sent me makeup bags. They sent me like a cute little double-sided Too Faced brush. They sent me like deluxe travel size samples of other products. They sent me all kinds of stuff. Anyway, well, that got a little low. This pencil is just too thick for me to have done what I just did. I wasn't careful enough, so I'm gonna just like jack with the shape a little bit and try to do something with it and try to make it look a little more intentional, because I gotta go eat after I'm done filming. Like, I'm literally filming a look to go eat breakfast. It's a little early for this like crazy look, I think, for most people around me, but to me, I don't mind. Anyway, so yeah, I was just like, whoa, how crazy. I had all this like wild flashback and memories to like all kinds of things that I had kind of forgotten about over the years, and possibly even blacked out, like deliberately. It was just so crazy to run into him, and especially there where I was, because I'm like, I go to that store a lot and I've never seen anybody that I know there, like ever, thankfully. But it was just so crazy and wild. I was just like, oh, whoa. And I feel like most people would have been pretty upset about the fact that they weren't wearing makeup, but I don't know. I didn't really care. Probably also because I didn't really like this guy that much. You know, that's why I broke up with him. I mean, like, I liked him for what I had him around for, you know, which was a few things. But other than that, like, he wasn't good enough for me, you know? Not to sound like I think I'm so good or whatever, but yeah, he wasn't quality enough human being for me. But I definitely did stoop down to join him where he was at for a while, you know. But like, that's not where I belong. Anyway, so yeah, it was wild. So I want to know, what would you have done had you run into your ex-boyfriend yesterday and you weren't wearing makeup? How would you have felt about it? Like, what would you have done? Would you have run and ducked, or like what? Would you have run up to him and been like, hey boy, hey? Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what I did. You know, I'm only telling you about that very first moment where we were crossing paths and locked eyes. I'm not going to go into detail about the moments that transpired after that and how the whole encounter went. But yeah, I just thought that was so crazy. Yeah, my eyes are starting to water, which never happens to me with eyeshadow. Usually when your eyes are watering, it's because you're having an allergic reaction. Anyway, I am going to use this really, really sparkly shade, but I want to do it with a shader. So I'm going to use this shader here. Ooh, I'm going to use the gold one. I've never even used this shade. I've had this palette for years now, and I've never used that shade because it was more gold leaning. I've only recently gotten into golds, and so now I'm open to this one. Let's see what it looks like. I feel like this is definitely going to be, especially because it's so old, I need to use my finger. Oh, it feels like a dry topper. It was probably really beautiful at one point. Yeah, it's just a little bit like sparkly, not really too much. It might have been something a lot better back then, but like now it's super dry. Where'd that shirt go? Oh my gosh. Yeah, now that shade feels way too dry. So I'm going to try this other one. Oh, this one's still creamy. I love this one here. This one's really creamy. Look at how much it picked up. I'm going to try to keep this. Oh my gosh, look at that. I don't normally blend things up and fade them out that much, but I'm gonna go ahead and just try it today. Normally I do more of like a fake cut crease moment, but today I'm gonna just like fade it up and out. Make it a little bit more blended in as opposed to super dramatic with a cut crease. Ooh, I love, 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 love this look, and I love this palette so much. I really, really wish that they would like re-release it, you know? Really do, because I would totally buy this palette again. I loved it so, so much. And now that I know how much I love it, like I would have been willing to pay full price for it now. Before I only paid, hold on, wait. I only paid, like I only got this on sale because I wasn't sure I was gonna love it. So now that I know how much I love this palette, I'd be totally willing to pay full price for it. And I kind of wish that I could buy it again today. Anyways, all right, so I'm gonna finish off the look with my kitten liner. Love this thing. I didn't end up having any like running or anything on the lower lashes when I used it in that first look the other day, so I'm super happy about that. Yeah, and fortunately for me, like I was alone at the store. I wasn't like with my husband because I feel like, I don't know, I'm just glad that I didn't like, I don't know, have to introduce them or anything like that. Like, could you imagine? Oh my God. Struggling right over that edge, right? Like over like the tallest, like the most roundest part of my eye, just a little bit. Okay. So now I am gonna flick out the back edge. I noticed when I was playing back my first impressions of this thing that on film it looks like a huge difference in color of the black winged liner to the pencil part, but in person the colors blend in together a lot better. So it's not quite so obvious and stark of a difference in shades of black, but as it appears on film. Just thought I would make mention of that because I kind of noticed that during editing last time. Okay. I really love this kitten flick a lot. I feel like it's super user friendly. Okay. Next, I'm going to line my waterline with the Fake Awake. Got a little bit too low on that outer edge, so I'm going to get my Natasha Denona Macro Tech in Burgundy to add a little bit of water liner. To add a little bit of liner up to the bottom of the lash line. It's been a while since I've used this particular shade, so I'm happy to pull that out today. Get a little bit more use from it, and yeah, that was perfect to just crisp up that line up to my Tarte Fake Awake from the shadow. Ooh, I love that. Love, 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 love. Okay, and so I feel like I could probably use a little bit of a pinpoint inner corner moment. So let me get something to do a little inner corner highlight. Okay, so I'm just going to take a little bit of this shade here on the tip of this brush and just right there and right there and right there. Okay. All right, so now I'm just going to take this clean blender side and just kind of blend all that together a little bit. Okay. So let me add some mascara. I'm going to use the Benefit Fan Fest. I'm not even going to bother curling my lashes or anything because I just want to get to the lipstick. I feel like my Fan Fest has dried out and it's not working enough. Yeah. Okay, let's try the Lancome Hypnose that I recently opened. Hypnose or Hypnose, who freaking knows? I don't know. I don't remember and I don't really care. I think it's Hypnose. What is even a hypnose? I don't even think that's a word. Yeah, not quite dramatic enough. I think we're going to hit it with some Lash Princess False Lash Effect for the intense lengthening that gives. Yeah, because this ain't cutting it for me for this particular eye look. Oh, okay, I know 3 mascaras is a bit excessive, but the first one didn't even count because it was like practically nothing because it was so dry. There we go. See, look at that. I love how something just chunked off though down onto my face. Thankfully it fell down onto the towel that's in my lap. But I love how this false lash effect lengthens. It really does just like intensify my lashes so well. And I like how it works by itself, but I also really like to just like amp up any other mascara with it. See the difference that made? Love. The brush is greatness. Okay. I love the way the eyes turned out. Okay. I am really excited because today I am going to use one of these lipsticks to pair with this palette today. This is going to be my first time to use one of these lipsticks. Let's see what we got here. I feel like this shade is the perfect shade of pink. I love having all of these color options to choose from. This is going to be the one I use today. So cute. It's hard for me to get the edge of my lip. There we go. Let me just fix the line a little bit. So here is that lip color. Okay, I was trying to get a thumbnail. Anyway. Here is the finished look for today's makeup look of the day. I'm covering the hearts. It is so hard. Thankfully it closed and didn't like hurt itself. Anyway, okay. So there is the first Valentine's Day look on my channel, along with an awkward love adjacent type of story. I wouldn't say that I was like in love with that boyfriend that I ran into, I wouldn't say that I was in love with the ex-boyfriend that I ran into yesterday, but okay. But, you know, we did have some pretty wild moments together, and it was really crazy running into him yesterday, all these decades later. So all this time later, it was really crazy. So yeah. Anyways, I would love to hear some of the places that you've run into an ex at and how you handled it. Did you run and hide? Did you embrace them? What did you do? Did you act like you didn't see them? I'd love to know. And yeah, let me know what you think of I'd also love to know what you think of the Marielle palette, what you think of this color story, even if you didn't get the palette itself. What do you think of the look that I created today? How do you think the lipstick matches with it? Just wanted to mention that if you were considering picking up this holiday lipstick vault, the little mini colorful vault, it also has a whole section of nudes here at the top. If you were considering, and like deeper browns here at the bottom, if you were considering picking up this vault, but $100, because it's like $99, $100 was too much for you to pay for it, I don't blame you. I waited for it to go on sale. It is currently still on sale at a few different retailers. I did see it yesterday online. And so if you're interested in picking it up, I would say now would be a great time to get it. It is 12 different minis in a beautiful, nice little silky smooth formula. And it does give you a little bit of a sheen. There's a variety of colors, everywhere from like pale browns, bright colors, and even fun things like some purples and reds. So like a purple and a red. So yeah, if you're interested in picking up a new little wardrobe from MAC, then I would really suggest picking this up while it's on sale right now. And if Too Faced happens to be taking any suggestions, I would say re-release the Marielle palette. Okay, this was an amazing palette and I would love to get a fresh one in my collection. Anyways, I had so much fun playing with this palette today. I'm gonna go have breakfast now with my husband. And so I hope that the rest of your day is great and full of love and blessings, as my day will be. So yeah, thanks so much for hanging out with me and watching my video. If you enjoyed today's look or today's awkward story, I would love if you would take a moment to click like on my video. It really does help my small channel out so much. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel before you go. It's absolutely free to subscribe to me. So click that subscribe button down below in the description box of this video, and that way I can see you in my next video.